Every month, one lucky subscriber to my channel will win a 30-minute reading from me. The next state-owned enterprise is South African Airways, and it was founded on the 1st of February 1934 and is 84 years old. It is in a time of difficulties from the internal, how unusual for South African Airways. The word management, and they've got a new CEO, Vuyani Jarana, who all I know is that he is 48 years of age, but he's on track with the South African Airways. He comes from a very long history, spent many, many years at Nestle, and he's on track with South African Airways. The problem being, again, for SAA, it's in such a good monetary year and needs management changes. It's got that, and it's going to only have a turnaround probably in 2 years' time if it's lucky, because in 2019 to 2020 to 2021 it's got outside interference, and this is again going to be affected by our voting in 2019, where there could be new party involved in the running of the country, which is going to actually step up to the plate and get involved with South African Airways. But because the South African Airways has an 11 life path, it constantly has a heart problem where things are not ticking correctly. And in 2021, its heart is not ticking correctly. But 2019 and 2020, it's got to refocus internally. 2020, it's got to take a new direction. And this will be because of outside coming in and dealing with the management and the running of South African Airways. It really needs to change its history. It's probably one of the most expensive state-owned enterprises, because we keep hearing about the billions that get given to management that don't even last very long, and then how much money is thrown at them from Treasury. And I think that has got to stop on all of our state-owned enterprises. So people, when you are voting in 2019, consider that you do vote, because you might be able to have a lot more of a say of how we all feel about our state-owned enterprises and how they run. But for CEO Vuyani Jarana, because he's on track with SAA, he is in for a tough time, because when he turns 49 and 50, he's on track with South African Airways, that will then be 85 and 86. There's huge problems coming. And I think that his position is going to be seriously affected. Or is it that he is the one who's going to make a huge amount of changes, but the fraud and the mismanagement, and there's big problems in 2020, and that is also coming from world markets, which could be the price of fuel that's going to affect them. So let's hope that the change for SAA will finally come, because I don't think it's an airline that South Africans want to support, because it's so expensive and they don't work with the people. And with Neptune and Pisces, it's saying if you're not considering the people and you don't change your ways, then the universe is going to make some serious changes. And this could affect SAA in 2019 to 2021. Thereafter, does it have a life? It'll be very, very interesting if it does. Go ahead, click on the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notification of my next video.